Today is Wednesday, March the 9th. We're going to start our 5 o'clock work session. First on the agenda to talk about is changing the deadline for the council agenda. I'm the one that asked that, so I asked is the deadline for the council agenda to be at least Monday before the council meeting. That Thursday, that way everybody can come, have their say, and they'll be able to look at the agenda, and that'll give them 3 days before before the council meeting. So I wanted y'all to look at it and that way everything will be due that Monday. So
Can we have an exception if there's something that comes up last minute that's important, that's critical to be talked about or discussed? Can we have an exception on that?
yeah, if it's vital, it need to be on there. We communicate with each other about it so we can be able to put it on the agenda after, say for instance, like the deadline is Monday, Tuesday come up, that special project come up, and we talk about it, say, hey, we can put this on the agenda for this Thursday.
Okay,
We can move forward with things like that.
okay. Thank Ms. Van.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
are you saying that you want the city council to submit all of their items to me by Friday so that the agenda can be sent out to them on Monday?
No, everything got to be submitted to you by Monday
So when do I have to turn it in to you?
to the city council. Well, I would say the agenda you was right. The agenda need to be everything need to be there before 12 noon Monday.
So the items that we are requesting to go on the next meeting's agenda should be submitted that Friday prior to the next council meeting.
That's prior to the next council meeting.
And then that give Ms. Van time to get everything together to get out to us.
That's by the weekend, she'll have everything together by Monday.
And if something
then-
is, and if something that's vital that comes up at the
Oh, yeah.
last minute, it's okay to submit that.
Yeah, Monday it's like you just said, something come up vital. Tuesday we'll say, hey, let's go ahead on. We need to discuss this and we need to get this on the agenda because it's important. And then we'll go ahead on and say, hey, let's put it on the agenda.
Okay.
Is that understandable? Anybody any questions about that?
Can we ask the clerk? Is that a good day? Because sometimes Mondays, some Mondays are very hectic because you're backing up from that Friday.
I think that if I receive it on Friday, that'll give me, I should have enough time to get,
Okay.
preferably the earlier on Monday, the earliest time you're able to get it. To me now, sometimes, some council members send me stuff way in advance, so if it's an item that you want on the agenda, then you don't have to wait till Friday. You can send it to me Thursday or long, and it's prior to then after you discussed it with the council president.
Well, with that moving forward, if y'all okay with that?
One thing I've learned over the last couple of weeks, I'm okay with what we're doing right here, and I've learned how to, even tonight you'll see with some people that's coming in, if it's not based on the deadline that we have set, then just move them to the next agenda. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, so we don't make it hard on nobody. And you just let them know it'll be best if we can present you to on the next agenda. So I agree with that, yes.
Any other question concerning this? Okay, let's move on. Move on to the next thing on the agenda is everything. It's public. It's the public comment thing. Now, I wanted the public comment thing move to down to the bottom of the agenda. That'll give people that comes in, they'll get a chance to see what's going on at the councilman, and most of them want to speak on the agenda, they speak what they say, and then they're gonna go ahead on and leave. That way they'll stay and see exactly what's going on with the council, what's going on with stuff. They'll have an idea of what's going on with the council. So that's what I was thinking about. I wanted to talk with you all and see about moving the public comment towards the end of the agenda.
I think that'll be good because we had a lady here last time and she was saying she didn't get, we had a lady here last time and she was saying she wanted to respond back to what we were talking about in the council meetings. But she couldn't respond because she couldn't come back up. So I think that'll give them enough time to, respond back to the things that we're working on and we're setting in motion.
Any other comments concerning this? Okay, so is everything okay? Now, we're gonna move down to number 4, which we're forming a land bank for the city. Mr. Moses, Councilman Moses Whitaker want to speak about concerning that?
I had a chance, I went to Noosa Neighborhood USA back in 2024, representing the city of Centerpoint. Good evening. And I had a chance to meet a couple of ladies who work in the land bank, the director, department head, and also one of the longtime employees of the land bank. And it started a discussional idea that I want to bring to the council. Centerpoint has some vacant lots, some tax delinquent properties that have just been empty for a while. And I think it's worth a conversation on developing a land bank or land redevelopment authority to bring some more life to the communities. So I asked, Council President Williams asked the supervisor of Birmingham to come out on April 2nd, April 16th council work session to discuss more about how the land bank works. And also we have partners at Regions Bank that are interested in also coming along and helping this process possibly get started. Our city prosecutor, Attorney Cash, he worked with Birmingham on developing their land bank. So it's just an idea that I want to bring to the council to kind of get the ball rolling on that. And then the city also has, I know one property that was a hot topic, 405 Kim Drive that the city owns. That could be a great, in my opinion, test to see if it's possible to have people come in and to redevelop abandoned properties in the city. And also on Kim Drive, they have 405 Kim Drive, and I think it's 417, I believe, Kim Drive. Right there together are both vacant lots from houses that the city tore down. And Kim Drive is one of the streets in the city that their residents take a lot of pride in. And for them to have 2 empty vacant lots in their street neighborhood should be addressed.
I got a question concerning that. With the land bank thing, we everybody in the district should get the vacant lots, or do we have a thing that we know where all the vacant lots at in our city, so we can have that on hand when they talk about it? Is that okay?
Well, I believe that the land bank, if that's something we decide to do, that department does all that research of the empty lots, and they do the title research, and then people are able to come to apply to that department. So it won't be nothing that the council will have to do. There will be a department that will be created within the city that would carry out those tax delinquent properties and vacant lots.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I want to know how is it ran right now, as far as how we sell properties and stuff like that.
We don't sell.
We don't, that's right.
We don't sell any property.
So if somebody wanted a vacant, so say, for instance, a vacant lot on Sun Hill Road, for example. If anybody riding by and see that lot, they have the ability to go on to the county's online portal and search the property and see the history of it. And if it's tax delinquent, that means the state now has a hold on the property, and then you can apply to the state to get a price on what it costs to get a tax delinquent title to that property. The Land Bank Authority will cut that out. The Land Bank Authority would do all that legwork and have a list of available properties that people can just come get and apply for. So that the legwork of that will be done by the authority, the land bank.
That's not gonna happen that way. I've been through this a couple of times with some land I own in Mississippi. I don't know how it works in Alabama, but if you ain't paying your taxes after 2-3 years, somebody come buy that house and the land and everything else. We'll have to look into seeing if it's the same in Alabama, but if you ain't paying your taxes, the land bank, what you saying, the land bank help pay them?
No,
They
land,
go
no,
find
no,
a
no, the
401k?
land bank doesn't pay them. The land bank, so instead of the individual that would apply for the property through the state or the county that's delinquent, the land bank would do all that legwork for you. And you would come in and pay a fee to the land bank, and then you will take title to that property.
We need some paperwork on what you're discussing, Councilman.
You got something?
Yeah, it was, so I just want to bring it to just a discussion.
Yeah,
I don't have the nuts and bolts of it. I just want to just put the idea out there, just something to whet the appetite. And like I said, the director of the Birmingham Land Bank, she will come before us and explain to us how their system works, and that'll give us a better idea on the legalities of it.
I agree with you. I agree with what you're
I
saying.
think that'll be a great deal to bring them in so we can see how they operate.
Okay. Anybody have anything about that? We're gonna move on to inquiring about 133 18th Avenue Northwest. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Mayor?
President, Councilwoman.
Huh?
We got it. We put it to the bottom.
Oh,
Can you put the property up for me, Mayor, on the TV?
Inquiring about 133 18th Avenue Northwest. I'm
Fine.
asking the mayor, does he know?
That's Councilman Whitaker.
Mr. Whitaker?
So, okay, so Mayor's gonna pull it up on the screen. So it's a property that's located in District 5. It's a corner lot that I believe would be an ideal location for a green space on the northwest side of town. As you know, we don't have any green spaces besides the dog park on the northwest side of Centerpoint Parkway. And the property has been vacant, has been an empty lot for about 8 years. It is currently owned by an investment company out of Florida. The current price for the lot, I think, is about, if I remember correctly, I want to say $6,000 or $7,000, but the city has the ability to ask the owner to donate it since they're not using it. And so again, I don't have anything that's supposed to show you, but I was just bringing the concept to the council of possibly attaining a property to develop a green space on the northwest side of town. It won't be anything crazy. It may be a bench, a walking trail, a small piece of playground equipment for the property.
So, and with this property right here, we can have the city ask the owner about selling it or
Donating it first.
Donating the property. You wanna,
We'll put
Y'all
a
wanna
letter
look into that?
together to reach out to the owner and request it be donated on behalf of the city for a green space or a playground, or, however we want to do that, and see what their response is and report back.
What
And-
district is that in?
That's District 5. And Ms. Green, the community center, I just asked her, what was her thoughts on it, since there will be something that will be under her department. She said maybe a swing, like a swing they have downtown, a small swing, just like green space, parking for a few cars, just a green space that we can have on that side of town. Nothing, that would cost us a bunch of money to set up. So it's 133 18th Avenue Northwest, and the cross street is, I think,
that's great.
3rd Avenue Northwest, 3rd Street Northwest.
That's great. You'll look into it. Thank you. Any more question about this? We're gonna move on to the quality citywide degree pickup. That's Councilman Moses Whitaker.
All right, this I did bring paperwork, Councilman Stokes. So one of the things that the city did initially, I think in 2021, when Waste Management stopped doing debris pickup, the city bought some brush trucks, trained their employees, got them the CD, helped them get their CDL, and the city did monthly debris pickup, which proved to be successful, but costly at the same time because of the dumping fees, and we were traveling far to dump. So now the city has moved to a model to where you have to call and pay for the debris pickup. One of the things I saw while out campaigning, during campaigning season, I saw a bunch of small piles of sticks, or maybe 2 or 3 bags on the side of the road that need to be picked up. And from right now, my understanding, if code enforcement rides by and sites a property, then the next step, they would follow up, I believe, and then they'll bring it to the council. And then once the council passes, says that it's a nuisance property, then we would go pick it up. So I think 3 or 4 times a city employee has to go out to that property to take care of the nuisance issue. So I thought, how about we kind of cut that out and go to a quarterly debris program? And the cost, I think, would fit inside of our current $30,000 budget of debris pickup. I believe initially we may run over because there are so many areas in the city that have these small pickups. But I think once we do it quarterly for a continuous time, that it will help alleviate some of the trash on the side of the road. And
It's not gonna work, Councilman Whitaker. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
You got people, and I see it a lot, but you got, if you're 6'5" and older, it's gonna be free pickup anyway. Under that, they paying to get it picked up. But when you got all this trash sitting out there, you talking about quarterly, that's January, February, March. Okay, that's 1 quarter right there. So the next quarter gonna be January, February, March, April, May, June. You think that much trash gonna sit out on the road till June?
I mean, if
If
you,
they don't have it, if they not 6'5" and older, they have to pay for it.
I
If
understand.
they 65 and younger, they go pay that 50, 60, whatever it is that they have to pay.
But that's
to
one.
keep your
That's one of
neighborhoods
the.
clean.
I think that's one of the just from my perspective. American can let me know. One of the things that we run into now is people aren't calling to pay for that. People are just seeing things on the side of the road, and things are just sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting. People aren't calling for that and to pay that money.
If they not paying for it, guess what's gonna happen? They go get a notice from the city that they finna get fined for it, and they still going to pay that notice.
So center point, I believe, is 60% renters. So
what now?
60% renters on center point.
Where you get that from?
From the folder that
60% rentals.
renters, yeah, from the folder that Ms. Scales gave us.
Okay.
And if we go out, and if the city goes out and finds the address for not having debris pickup, that fine doesn't go to the occupant. That fine goes to the owner of the property. So if I'm renting a house and I'm not getting fined, I'm not, just speaking hypothetically, I'm not worried about debris on the side of the road because I'm not getting the fine.
If we're looking at making it quarterly, that's 4 times a year. If we do that, the city gonna be messy. It's gonna be messy.
Can I say something?
Because people gonna leave their stuff sitting out there for 3 months. You can't do that.
Can I say something?
Yes.
What if we did something for the city, the citizens, every 6 months to help them with the trash? And that'll keep the mayor team and everybody else from not working so hard. What if we did a pickup every 6 months to help the citizens?
Lord have mercy. That ain't gonna work.
I'm
We're gonna
just
have a
saying,
messy
to
city.
help.
We're gonna have a messy
I know,
city.
I'm saying however he do it now, but I'm saying doing the pickup for them every 6 months free of charge.
Every 6
to
months,
help
trash
the
sitting out there for 6
community.
months.
No.
I like that idea because you know how some cities have amnesty programs.
Yes.
Where they just like for instance, this week alone, I don't know if you remember the last council meeting. I said we're going to focus on individual districts
Mhm.
this week. So District 1, we could give you an amnesty day.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be that between these 2 or 3 days, we just drive around and we scout and we pick up all the debris. at no
That'll be
cost to the
great.
residents. And it's only those 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That'll be
next
great.
month, we do District 2.
That's right.
District 2 Amnesty Day. You put your stuff out, we send a truck out, and for those 2 or 3 days, everybody you know, didn't have to worry about it. We get it. And I don't have a problem with that. And like with the, you know, we always knew the debris program wasn't going to be something that we made money from. It was something to keep the city clean, something to provide the residents that had garbage disposal, a way to get rid of their debris. We also have a large base that does not have garbage disposal. So what we've done in the past is if you don't have trash pickup, then you don't get debris pickup. So it's not fair to the people that have trash to have to pay for debris, and then you could just pay for debris and still not have trash pickup. So, you know, our goal is to increase the amount of people that have trash pickup, and this is something that we could probably build into that proposal as well, to get trash pickup.
I definitely agree with what the mayor just said, because I called him yesterday. They told me District 1 was pick up yesterday. What's today? Today is Wednesday. So that was yesterday. Monday was the District 1. Tuesday was District 2. They came right out and picked it up. And these are people that's elderly people, but they don't want their trash sitting out there no quarterly, no 3 months. I don't want my district or nobody in City Point district looking like trash just sitting there.
So again, this is just a thought-provoking conversation. It's not said, it's just something to get people to thinking, just like what I just said, provoked the thought for Councilwoman Deloach, and they got the conversation started to come up with a solution. I'm just trying to help find solutions to better our city. And again, if you, like First Street Northwest is by Applebee's, for 8 months, there was 7 houses on that street for 8 months that all had sticks and limbs and debris on the side of the road for 8 months. Here recently, this past, I guess within the 2 weeks, it's been picked up. So there is debris just sitting for more than 3 and 4 months because how, like Mayor said, people don't have trash pickups, so they're not getting debris pickup. So we have to go through the process of citing them again, bringing them before the council, abating. So that takes 2 or 3 months sometimes. And so that's the same thing as a neighborhood blitz we're gonna do Amnesty Day or quarterly debris pickup. And I'm not saying, I'm gonna agree with you, I don't want an as city either, but just trying to find a solution to some of the problems that we have. And I'm glad that this conversation has brought further discussion to bring a solution.
I appreciate all that.
Yeah, so I think Mayor has already started the blitz, and I think we'll do an Amnesty Day with you'll get more details on Amnesty Day. Day. Okay.
I would like to bring a proposal so we have a calendar or schedule.
Yes, sir.
It gives y'all time to advertise for your residents and send out the information. Gives your residents, because as soon as, no matter what we put out, 2 days after we're done, somebody gonna say, I didn't know y'all was in my district.
Yeah, true.
I want to make sure that everybody gets the notification, or if we even do a newsletter.
Yes, sir.
Let's do a newsletter this spring,
Yeah.
and let's put the dates
Like that.
in the newsletter.
Yeah.
And say this will be our amnesty days for these districts.
And can we do a press release to like the major outlets, Trussville Tribune, Fox 6, and all those people to let them know too? And then, the Amnesty Day will be free. Yeah.
And I'll get you some dates that work for everybody.
Yes, sir.
And this is the budget. What you're saying
Any more
is
questions
covered.
concerning?
Okay.
That's what it costs though, the tonnage. That's what the tonnage costs when they dump it. That's the correct cost.
Okay, but we're
This is
gonna
what they're
revisit that.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay,
Any more questions concerning this?
good idea.
Okay, we'll move on to, we got a resolution to establish a policy for social media and live streaming. Council Lady Deloach, can you speak about that?
Yes, I went around to different city council meetings and talked to different counselors in different areas. They have a social media policy, a resolution for their social media. I was at the last parent meeting also, and they have a resolution for their social media. So I'm presenting this resolution adopting the transparency social media and video policy for the city of Centerpoint, whereas the city of Centerpoint, Alabama is committed to open, honest, and accountable government, whereas transparency and public record means and decision-making is essential to maintaining public trust. Modern digital communications, social media is live streamings are necessary to inform the public and promote programs and events. It said now therefore by the city of Centerpoint allows that adoption policy. And this policy is basically include post all post all city council and committee meeting agendas at least 72 hours, which y'all just changed that. So we can work on that. But post agendas at City Hall and city official websites so people can be informed. Record all city council and committee meetings. The social media and video platforms, the city shall maintain official media and video platforms, including but not limited to Facebook, YouTube, the city website, and other platforms approved by the city council. Only designated city staff may control these accounts. I went to Tarrant and they have a designated person to my understanding that controls all those things, and they had to even get in a door just to get to their information, to get to their live stream. Mandatory live streaming for city council meetings, work sessions, and committee meetings shall be live streamed on the city officials' platforms and be video recorded in full. And I put on there failure to do so to technical issues shall be documented and reported. Section 5, video and storage, all recorded meetings and official city videos shall be, let's say the next page. Stored digitally, kept for a minimum of 5 years, available for public viewing. The city is authorized to purchase cloud storage, video hosting, services, and backup systems as needed to prevent data loss. And city marketing and public information. Excuse me. Official videos and video and social media content may be used to promote city events, highlight city projects, support economic development, provide public information, and share council and mayor updates. No official video created pursuant to this section may be deleted, altered, or withheld except as allowed by law. In Section 7, enforcement, any failure to record, stream, or retain video or to comply with transparency requirements shall be documented and reported to the city council and corrected immediately. I did that because we already have people that say we're not transparent with them. And I'm trying to be transparent as possible. We are elected official, public officials. We're for the public. We got hired by the public, and nothing should be hid from them. So I'm presenting this this resolution because I believe in transparency with the citizens so they can know and be informed on everything that's going on. And if we had to go back and look at something we know is there. I just wanted this put in place for the citizens that have access to what they need from us. If it's up to us to get up here and look like, the actor fool. I'm gonna just say that. So if we make this thing like a lot of other places, a resolution that's showing transparency to the citizens. I'm not trying to hide anything. I don't care what I look like. If I get up here and make myself look like a fool, guess what? That's what I am. But unto the people, I'm coming asking for this policy, for to discuss this policy with y'all to get y'all on board because we have to make things public. It was a lot of stuff going on. I don't know what happened with the last council, but I heard what the people had to say. And they felt like they were being left out of everything. So I think it's best if we open it up to the public because anything we do is public anyway. We are public officials. So that's what I have to say.
Let me see, Councilman Moses Williams, your take on it?
The only question I have we did the cost analysis on what the storage will cost? The price for storage?
I can check it.
Okay, because I think that was something we do move forward to put in the budget for the storage.
Okay.
Council Lady, Tasha Holden.
What? I guess I was listening to you read it. I can't find it. Somebody hand it to me. I'm so sorry. It's a lot of, this is just for discussion, right? This isn't
That's it.
correct. Okay. So you said the reason behind it, Pro Tem, is because the residents are saying you want to project the message that we are transparent.
I want to make it transparent as possible to the citizens so they can have what they need from us. And sometimes people can't make it to the meetings. Everybody don't have one YouTube. So people want to go on Facebook and stream and jump on Facebook. They want to go on other sites that they can get on. I put a list of different places. Everybody know Facebook is the main thing. You know, I don't even have YouTube downloaded to my phone. So in order for me to do that, I have to go to YouTube. I don't want to click on YouTube and I feel like we should stream live. Everybody should see these memes. If people get up here and act a fool, then guess what they do? Guess what? It's not, you're still a public official, so anything you're doing is public anyway.
Okay. I'm with Councilman Whitaker about the video storage fee. We would have to commit to a reoccurring cost without a bid process. So I would like to know what that would look like. But my concern, this ties into my item that's on the agenda.
Yes,
So
that's good.
City Clerk, how does this work? Do I go ahead and say what I need to say about that?
You can go ahead.
President, I'm asking for the rules, but it's the rules. Okay. So President Glenn, may I go ahead and tie this in?
Yeah, you can tie it in.
Because
It'll
it
be one thing we can
connects.
talk about together. Yeah.
Next. Okay. If you look, I have a lot of paper. I'm so sorry, guys. If you would look here. Oh, I need that. I'm sorry. Here, pass this out. I'm sorry. Look at that for me. I know. Well, no. I didn't want to send that earlier. I can't find the other one, but I will email this to you. Okay. I'm missing some of those papers. Here you are, Councilman Stokes. Pass that down for me to President Glenn for me. Pass that down for me, please. And the mayor, if he wants one. Everybody. Yes. Okay. This is what it ties into what Pro Tem is saying, which is I've already sent it to President Glenn. What I'm trying to present concerning our work session protocol and overall appearance. Okay, the work session protocol. I'm proposing the opposite of what Pro Tem's.
Can you get into your mic a little more for me?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Mhm.
Yeah.
I am proposing something that's slightly opposite of what Pro Tem is presenting. She says, this resolution says that all recordings of the meetings should be public, live streamed and made public for those to view out beyond these walls on social media, on different platforms, in the name of transparency. I understand that. But with the work sessions, I've heard the opposite. Like, I do believe in transparency, but transparency can look like, it can mean different things to many people, and it can look different ways for different people. From the residents that I have spoken with, they have voiced their concerns about how we appear at the work sessions, not the city council meetings. They have done that, but more so the work sessions themselves. There has been several residents that have said, hey, this is embarrassing. Excuse me, you all, it's just embarrassing, the look that we present sometimes during the work sessions. But the work sessions, in our defense, which is what I've stated and I put on here, that's like where we have raw exchange of ideas for those who are watching and even here. When we're in these work sessions, that's the time for us to be raw and real about exchanging ideas, coming together, meetings of the minds. So sometimes it does get a little bumpy. But I believe, as we all grow, we're fairly new, as we're all growing into our roles and we're finding our bearings, as a collective body, I think it's important that we have space to discuss, learn, deliberate, without the pressure of the public broadcast when it comes to the work session. Why do I believe that? Because it will protect the city's image. Residents have expressed concerns about the optics of our deliberations. So I feel like if we just move the work sessions from being on camera, we can ensure that the image that we do project to the world is one of professionalism and a finished work versus us showing them that rawness as we're, finding our way. We're finding our way. I also think that as far as it pertains to professionalism, by the time we move to the city council meetings, if we found our bearings here, if we get, sharpen our skills here, learn each other better, learn how to interwork with each other better, by the time we get to city council meetings, it should be more polished. So transparency is still maintained, Pro Tem. The sessions remain open to the public. I'm talking about the work sessions. The public can come anytime for in-person attendance. Official meetings will continue to be recorded by the city clerk. So for the work sessions, we're not hiding anything. You still can come in person or you can read the minutes. But I just think we need to reach a consensus, a general consensus where we say, hey, let's disable the live streaming for the work sessions because it can get a little wild here, and we don't want to project that image as we are learning our roles. That's what I'm proposing.
Can I say something?
Wait, let me go back to Moses first.
Can I say something?
I'm coming back up this.
I believe that we still should record the meetings. I don't think we should stop the
You talking about the work session?
work sessions. Yeah, I'm sorry, the work sessions. I think we're all. Well, I know that we're all are adults, and we should be able to conduct ourselves in a manner. If we can do it in the council meeting, why can't we do it in the work
Don't
session?
do it in the council meeting.
So I mean, we'll tab it better in the council meeting, a tad bit better in the council meeting. So why can't we focus on conducting ourselves accordingly whenever we're sitting down in a view of the public?
Well, that sounds great.
Councilman Stokes, Confederate Stokes, have anything to say about this?
I'll just keep praying. Y'all go ahead.
Okay,
Next.
Councilman Delola.
Once again, if you get up and you act a fool and you make yourself look foolish, then that's what you get. It was no requirement that we act professionally, but you know what you're supposed to do as a council person. My thing is, if you get up here and you make yourself look like a fool, guess what? That's what you're gonna do. Once again, my resolution is to make everything public to the citizens and don't leave them out of anything. If they can't be here and they want to be at work and stream live in on the work sessions, in on the city council meetings, guess what? It should be available on all social media things.
Okay.
So my issue is, I'm talking about real transparency to our citizens and our working people who can tune in from their earpiece when they're at work or wherever they at the grocery store, whatever, can't make it here. We don't have a lot of people come, so maybe they just watching us online. So why not have transparency? That's what we got up here for. We are public officials, and public officials are public. Everything you do is the public, is in the public. It's nothing you can, to me, that's hiding something. I'm not trying to hide anything. If you know you act accordingly, that's all you should worry about. Anybody else that want to get up here and clown, guess what? They're going to make themselves look like a clown. So that's all I have to say.
I appreciate it. Mayor, you have input on this?
One, just falling back to from the time that we've, when last term or whatever, all of our council meetings are recorded. If you look behind you, we're live streaming on YouTube right now, and that'll be shared to Facebook. So there's not an attempt to hide or not show the public anything. If you look at our Facebook page, this is the photo, our very first photo is still on our Facebook page. Any live event I've ever done on our Facebook page remains on our Facebook page. So we don't delete things. We don't remove things. Matter of fact, it's against state law to delete anything off of your municipal pages. So if we make a post or share a video, I can't delete it. It stays on the page. If we allow comments on the page, we have to continue to allow comments on the page. We cannot censor anybody. So if somebody gets on the page and they curse us out 2 ways from Saturday, it remains on the page. We don't delete anything. Public records are at the front desk. We have nothing to hide, and there's never been an attempt to hide anything. Now, if a meeting wasn't recorded, it was to give council grace to learn what council needs to do. So since that first 2 or 3 meetings were out of the way, every meeting since then has been recorded. It has been live streamed. Matter of fact, we have a commenter in our comments right now on YouTube.
No, I want it live streamed on Facebook.
You
and
can't
the
do
other
both.
places.
So there's one
That's
camera.
why we're doing a resolution. So
You
we
can't
can-
no, technology wise, you don't do both. You're on Facebook on live stream, right?
Well, we need to do Facebook because I'm more open.
Okay, well,
to
that should be
Facebook.
decided by council
Okay.
president, or, you should decide, are we gonna live stream on Facebook? Or are we gonna live stream on YouTube? You have to pick the one that's easier, but right now I have somebody on Zoom waiting to get to do a presentation, but I have live stream going on YouTube. In order for me to allow somebody to come in to do a presentation on Zoom, I have to kill the YouTube stream. Technology-wise, you can't do both at the same time, unless you're just gonna buy multiple computers and multiple
I
cameras.
think that's what we need.
That
to
camera
do.
costs $25,000.
Well, we're gonna have to do
Can
something.
I add
'cause
something, Mayor?
Facebook-
Can I add something real quick, just to let her know, with Facebook, they delete your videos
That's
after
why we
30
got-
days.
That's why we're gonna have a storage where we can download it to our own thing and keep it. You can download your videos, ma'am.
I shared the live stream to Facebook. So it's
Yes.
on
Once
Facebook.
again,
It's
I
shared.
am presenting that we go live on those social media channels.
We are already
It's a lot
live.
of is all every time I check around, Tarrant, they was going live on their Facebook. Irondale go live on their Facebook. Pinson go live on their Facebook. What is wrong with putting the people on Facebook?
And then they
He shares
share
it to Facebook.
And if you have a presentation
there.
that need to be done, I'm open to putting it on YouTube.
just like
But can I talk?
Go ahead, go ahead.
But what I'm saying is go live on Facebook and we have a presentation, then yes, use YouTube. It's okay. But at those moments you have those presentations, use YouTube. But until then, we can do it on Facebook. I put other things on here. Let me go back. Facebook, YouTube, the city website. The city do not go stream live on their site on Facebook. But you stream live for some other stuff. There's a problem with me,
Can you give me
okay.
an example of that?
ma'am.
I'm saying you're
Ma'am,
gonna make a
The
statement. You need to have
the city-
something to
what's
say behind
wrong?
that.
Are you okay today?
No, I'm asking you a
The
question.
city
When did that
don't
happen?
stream live on Facebook, and a lot of people are on Facebook. Okay. So what I'm
Have to be
saying
rude.
is,
We don't have to be
can
rude.
we stream live on Facebook?
I'm
And if
just
you have a
saying.
presentation, I'm open, and hopefully we're all open to streaming live on YouTube. But at least streaming live, you stream live on YouTube and then place it on
President
Facebook.
Glenn.
The people need to be. The people need to have transparency.
President Glenn, may I have something? May I say
I
something?
need to say this.
Okay.
I need to say this. We are on YouTube
Yes.
and we need to stay on YouTube.
Oh,
The
Lord.
mayor already streamed and sent it to Facebook.
The mayor
So
is not
we
part
are
of the
on-
council.
Okay.
This is the
But-
city council.
Can I hear what the
means,
president is
not the
saying?
mayor's means.
President,
Think
what were you
about it.
saying? I'm sorry,
The
President.
city council means.
What were you saying, President Glenn?
Ma'am.
What were you saying? I was
I
trying
was
to hear. you.
saying, we on YouTube. We need to stay on YouTube and continue on like we are. I have people telling me it's good that we're doing it. So we
It's
doing
good to be on
trans-
YouTube.
Yeah, it's good. And we have
But
trans-
but the people that you deal with,
And the
all
people
on,
that you
they
dealing
on they're
with-
on Facebook. They all the social medias, the city council social medias in different areas stream live on Facebook.
Okay,
What's
we-
wrong
we-
with
Hey,
streaming
Glenn, can I say
live
something? Excuse
Do
me.
you
on
wanna-
Facebook?
Do you want to vote on it?
Everybody
We'll
don't
a
have
vote on it?
YouTube.
Do you want to have a vote
President Glenn, may I say something after? May I say something, President
on it?
Glenn?
Yes, ma'am.
Or ask you? So we are live on YouTube. I just heard you say that,
Right
correct?
now.
Okay, because when I go to YouTube, I see it, it says live. Then you're saying the mayor takes that link and shares it to Facebook so that people can click the link on Facebook to see the live stream, correct? Is that correct, Mayor?
Yes.
You share,
Well,
okay.
It's not until after the meeting.
After the meeting,
Yes,
then
and
you
then
Why
shared.
would you
that
wanna
live
So
watch
what
it
I'm-
after the meeting?
But President,
Why you
Pro
can't
Tem,
watch it
let me say
live?
this, Pro Tem, Deloach, when you were speaking, you snipped at me because you said I was over talking you, but you've over talked President Glenn, you're over talking me. So I'm asking for you to give me the same respect that you would like for us to give you, and let me finish my sentence. We're not attacking anyone here. It's just a discussion. Just trying to clarify, because what happens when I talk to residents across districts, they hear one thing, they hear another. It's the misinformation that they are consuming that creates issues for the city. When we say statements like we lack transparency, or we say statements that signify or that lean people towards the belief that, oh, we're hiding things, that creates an issue throughout the city. So what I'm trying to do is correct and make sure that what we're presenting is correct information. The mayor is saying we do not hide things. We are live. We are live on YouTube. And then that YouTube stream, for those listening in, after the meeting is finished, it's posted to Facebook for the public to view. It is publicly available to you. It is nothing hidden. And even on the Facebook page, I have not seen where whoever runs that page goes live for an event on the Facebook page, but doesn't go live for the council. So I was only asking, could you give me an example of when did you see that? Because then if you haven't seen that, then again, there's something that's not correctly stated for the public to consume, and then they begin to believe beliefs that are not true. So when did we go live on the page, Mayor Scott, for an event, but we failed to share the meetings on Facebook? Can you please make me aware of when that happened?
You have not failed
I
to share.
have not. Any event that we have that's a city event and I go live from the city's Facebook page.
Okay.
And that video remains on the city's Facebook page.
Okay, so her point is that you go, from what I've thought, she said, you go live for other events, but we don't go live on Facebook for the council meetings. Is that what I heard? Did everybody hear that? That's what we heard. So I think that's an issue maybe for Pro Tem. Is that your issue, that you're seeing other lives for other
Ma'am,
events? I'm
Ma'am,
asking.
Let me speak, and I'm gonna speak, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna leave it there. Stream live from Facebook, okay? We can have a Facebook phone. We can have a phone where we stream live on the city. It could be a city phone for Facebook, but give the residents the opportunity to watch us live,
They have
not
that.
after the meeting, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
in real life time. Okay.
Okay,
To this very quick, we
They can watch
stream
it
live
on YouTube.
on Facebook. So someone want to talk to us concerning, they want to go on Zoom. We're gonna have to shut Facebook down in order to go on Zoom. Then the people be like, why y'all shut it down? Because we had to shut it down in order for, nobody can watch it that way. So we have to, I just keep it the way it is, we all right.
You can't make that decision. It take a
That's why
lot of
you want to
people
vote on it?
to vote on it.
We want to vote on it?
We can't vote on it right now.
Um,
I present it and I get it added to the agenda.
Was that the last item?
Pardon me?
Was that the last item?
Yeah, that's the last item.
So we've been trying to schedule with Placer AI, which is a company that uses data collection to sell different corporations or different companies to the city for economic development. So we've rescheduled them probably 2 times already. And the last conversation was we would let them do their presentation during our work session.
Okay.
So if you want to give me a second so I can
Yes.
get him on and give him a few minutes. So in order to get him on, I do have to end the stream on Facebook because the computer does not allow you to stream from 2 different locations at one time because there's one camera and it can't split the screen. So I'm going to end our stream on YouTube.